Namaste, angels. It's the daily reading for today, January 7th, beginning with the year 1610, when Galileo Galilei discovers the first three moons of Jupiter, Io, Europa, and Ganymede. 1714, the typewriter is patented by Englishman Henry Mill. It's built years later. 1953, U.S. President Harry Truman announces the American development of the hydrogen bomb. 1954, Georgetown, IBM experiment. It's the first public demonstration of a machine translation system. It's held at IBM's head office in New York. And 1999, impeachment trial of President Bill Clinton begins in the U.S. Senate. Did you know? Early 5-second film of Fred Ott sneezing is shot by Edison Manufacturing. It's the first ever copyrighted film. This happened on this day in the year 1894, which is 11/11. Famous birthdays: Millard Fillmore, William Peter Blatty, and Nicolas Cage. Would you believe Marguerite Perry discovers francium, or FR, that's the scientific the element name. It's the last naturally occurring element to be found. On this day that happened in the year 1930, or 13, or 4, or 11/11 again. Famous weddings. 1630, composer Pierre Cavalli marries rich widow Maria Sosimeno. 1879, Dutch King Willem II marries Emma van Waldeck-Pyrmont. 1880, pianist Ignacy Jan Paderewski, 19, weds Antonia Korsak. 1911, actress Mary Pickford, 19, weds actor Owen Moore, 25. In 1935, Princess Juliana marries German Prince Bernhard von Lippen-Biesterfeld. In 1985, there was also a famous divorce. Actress-singer Janet Jackson, 18, divorces fellow R&B singer James DeBarge, 21, after only 4 months of marriage. Famous deaths: Catherine of Aragon, Hirohito, Bronco Nagursky. Bronco Nagursky, or Nagursky, was American and Canadian and a Hall of Fame American football player. His full name was Bronislaw Nagursky. His nickname was Bronco. He was a symbol of power in football during the 1930s, best remembered for his bull-like running, but was also an excellent blocker and tackler. He was born on November 3rd in 1908, which is 9/9, in Rainy River, Ontario, Canada, and was a Scorpio. He died on January 7th in 1990 at the age of 81. Hirohito was Japanese. He was the Emperor of Japan, and he's primarily referred to in Japan by his posthumous name. It means after he died, Emperor Showa. Hirohito was the Emperor of Japan from 1926 through 89, that's a long time, encompassing the entire period of World War II and its recovery. As emperor during the war, Hirohito saw Japan's empire expand rapidly through Asia, embarking on wars in China and the Pacific before suffering defeat and eventually surrender in 1945. Though the degree of his personal involvement in wartime decisions remains a subject of debate for historians, the Allied powers decided not to prosecute him for Japan's numerous war crimes. General MacArthur worked with him in the post-war era to ensure the return of a stable democratic Japan, and in return, Japan's constitution forbid the use of war, and Hirohito renounced his divine status. During the post-war period, he became a symbol of Japan's rapid reconstruction and emergence as one of the largest economies in the world. He was born on April 29th in 1901 in Tokyo, Japan, and was a Taurus. He died on January 7th in 1989 at the age of 87 of duodenal cancer. Catherine of Aragon was a Spanish princess and queen of England. She married Henry VIII after her first husband, Arthur, Henry's brother, died. The subsequent divorce led to the Reformation in England and schism with Rome. She was born on December 16th in 1485 in Alcalá de Henares, Madrid, Spain, like the city of Henry in Spain, and was a Sagittarius. She died on January 7th in 1536 at the age of 50. Going back up to the birthdays, Nicolas Cage is 55. He's American and an actor. He has performed in leading roles in a variety of films, ranging from the romantic comedies and dramas to science fiction and action film. Known for his prolificity, appearing in at least one film per year, nearly every year since 1980, with the exception of 85 and 91. He was born on January 7th in 1964 in Long Beach, California, USA, and is 55 years old, a rabbit on the Chinese zodiac and a Capricorn. William Peter Blatty, also American and known for the novel and Academy Award-winning screenplay of The Exorcist. He was born on January 7th in 1928 in New York City, New York, and he died, a rabbit and a Capricorn on the regular zodiac. He died on January 12th in 2017, so just last year, days after his birthday at the age of 89. And Millard Fillmore was the 13th U.S. president, another 1111 or 4. His presidential term went from July 9th in 1850 to March 4th in 1853. He was preceded by Zachary Taylor and succeeded by Franklin Pierce. Previously the vice president under Zachary Taylor, he became the 13th president of the United States after Taylor's death in office. He was the last Whig president and the last president not to be affiliated with either the Democratic or the Republican Party. Fillmore became U.S. House of Representative he became the U.S. House of Representative? I don't even understand what that means. I guess it used to be a job. He became it in 1837. Upon becoming vice president, he was mostly ignored by President Taylor, who died in 1850. Upon becoming president, Taylor oversaw the compromise of that year between the North and the South as a debate over slavery rapidly expanded. The compromise was highly controversial and preserved the Union only for another decade. In foreign policy, he supported the Perry expeditions that opened up Japan to Western trading and resisted French attempts to take Hawaii. A largely obscure president, he's remembered mainly for the Compromise of 1850, for which he has been widely criticized, particularly his decision to enforce the Fugitive Slave Act, which returned captured slaves to their owners. Oh, what a bastard. He is consistently included in the bottom 10 of historical rankings of presidents of the United States. He was born on January 7th in 1800 in Summerhill, New York, USA, and was a Capricorn. He was the last. Today with the dice, we begin with cocktail, sex, and email. Spirit says no. Buy shoes. And dirty movie. Going to the cards, beginning with the Eight of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic and maybe even going back to school. And for the cards, the Five of Fire. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. Five of Fire. And the Ten of Air, the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. You may even be recovering from an addiction. Five of Fire. The Page of Air, logical, honest, impulsive, and curious, challenging information, delays or changes to plans, and truth delivered without tact. The Page of Air is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. I think there's some kind of transit with Mercury today, actually. Mercury and Mars, or something like that. I don't remember. It's not one of the larger ones that I mentioned in the reading. It was a smaller one. In any case, I've come to the Three of Air. Great sadness. Take time to heal. There's a need to forgive yourself and others. And it may be because of some fight you have with close friends and or family. I'm not doing good today with this at all. Five of Fire. Overall energy is the Emperor with Archangel Michael, represents the planet Mars, which is currently located in Aries, which this card also represents, and which it rules. This card also for me about the sign of Scorpio, which is also ruled by Mars. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Could be something having to do with one's father or oneself as a father, or maybe more importantly, just, you know, being like the leader, governor, master of your own life and destiny. It can have something to do with coming into contact with some sort of government office or something, you know, needing to handle your business in that regard. I don't know why I was picking up the second card first. That was crazy. Crowning the masculine is the Four of Air. Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. This could be about planning a vacation. The Four of Air tends to have that feeling for me. Some people say it's about vacationing, or can be. I need the 6. The 6 is the one that's like actually maybe going on vacation. And this one is like a planning stage. It's also about rest and recovery. In the traditional tarot, it's this guy, you know, like laying down. You can tell he just came back from the war. Like he's a veteran or something, you know. And he's laying there still with his sword in his hand, and he needs to just get his strength back. And that's probably something that the masculine is having to do too, after having experienced, you know, maybe some sort of situation in his life, or just trying to still bounce back from the holidays, rest and recovery to get back to self, back to normal. He is surrounded by, oh, it's that 6. So maybe there is real travel coming up for him, or happening now. Things are looking up. It's the end of a difficult situation. Maybe be taking a trip. Of course, yes, this can be metaphorical too. You know, just moving on from, again, some sort of situation that has ended. Now, we saw the 3 of Air when I was shuffling. So there was some pain, maybe some hurt, a loss or something. And then this is like recovering from that. And this is like, you know, just forward down that path of recovery. Continuing like that pain and stuff, it's in the past. It's not a situation from today. And today is when we're getting our strength back and, you know, moving forward. Masculine subconscious. The Queen of Fire, confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Search your independence and your creativity. The Queen of Fire is a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Aries, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Oh boy. The masculine got the better air cards. Crowning the feminine is the 5 of Air. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. Maybe he's recovering from something we did or said, or we're the one that's being affected by something he did or said, and he's trying to, you know, recover from screwing up. Not necessarily your, you know, your boyfriend or whatever, or, you know, your divine masculine, but it could be a male or masculine energy in your life that there was like words or something. The feminine is surrounded by The Three of Water. Very nice. Okay. A celebration, a wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement, and the need to have more fun. So this can be about things getting better for us too. We're starting out with this funky energy, but we might have an opportunity to be social, spend time with friends, and maybe we can make things better. In our subconscious is Major Arcana card 2, the High Priestess with Archangel Haniel, which represents the sign of Gemini, like all this other air. Listen to your intuition, have patience, and consider carefully what you want before acting. High Priestess, super intuitive, and you know, like she's intelligent too, and street smart. Like she just has it all different, many different avenues from which to draw, and she does. And you know, she tends to keep quiet in the meantime while she's doing it, while she tries to figure out what her next move is. She is crowned by the Ten of Water, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met, and you have trustworthy relationships. At the root, foundation, the Two of Earth. Too much going on at once. There's a need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. May need to find balance between work and play. Maybe we're not doing enough play or enough spending time with family. Sometimes when the Ten of Water comes up, it's like it's time to do that. You know, we haven't done enough of it. It's time to let like close friends, you know, and those family members know how you feel about them and all that kind of stuff. So that may be even more of a need again for the feminine in particular to go out. If she has an opportunity, you know, to spend some time with a loved one or loved ones. At the heart of the matter, the Eight of Fire. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over and many things are happening at once. Something particularly for the masculine is in motion. He's got the Four of Air, the Six of Air, and the Queen of Fire. The Fire or Wands cards are about movement, as is the Six of Air, and can be the Four of Air, as I said in the beginning. When the Eight of Fire gets involved, it's like the universe is helping too, you know, with that movement. This card is also about communication. For the feminine, it's like the energy of inaction is basically what I'm feeling. Like we're still not moving, and we're still not sure what to do. And I guess that's why the High Priestess showed up, to try to figure that out. Let's see if we can see what's up with the Five of Air. Like, why are we in a funk? The masculine's moving on. Queen of Air. Independent experience, realistic and witty, objective decision making. Clearing away all that no longer serves you, and seeing the humor in the situation. The Queen of Air is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. And maybe she's having to cut off a close friend or a family member, or to reunite with one, or attempt to reunite with one after a previous falling out. I'll take the next card too. Maybe that person is a Virgo or Earth sign. The Page of Earth is scholarly, dependable, patient, and successful. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging and a new area of study. The Page of Earth is a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. If this has nothing to do with a Earth sign or air sign or Gemini and Virgo, it may just be about Mercury, ruler of both Gemini and Virgo. Or it could be about Venus and those signs that she rules, Gemini, Libra, and Taurus. Or just her energy alone. I think it's Mercury. And again, like I think I remember Mercury being up to something today, but I don't remember what that was. But whatever it is, I think he's giving us some energy that we're going to have to watch, you know, so that we don't end up putting our foot in our mouth. Feminine. Further advice to the masculine, the Nine of Water. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away and you have a love of life. The Nine of Water is all about, yeah, it's a yes. It's a yes. If you had a yes or no question that you were pondering, particularly about love and romance, And it is about your dreams coming true, your wishes being granted, prayers being answered. You are manifesting. Feminine, what about us? The Three of Earth, the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. The Three of Earth is about abundance that's earned. It could also be about some sort of something going on at work, maybe a group project or at work, or a relationship, 3 people, 3 friends at work, or maybe a romantic relationship at work. That could be what this is about too. Or you could get into it potentially with somebody from your job, especially if you are an air sign. So you may want to watch that. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the daily reading. I'll be back for tomorrow. Namaste.